recently got some interesting comments on a video that I posted about how to pitch properly and throwing your elbow. And in those, there was a lot of feedback of people that don't know what they're talking about. You don't officially know exactly what I'm saying, considering you're watching a snippet. So what I would suggest is being a little bit more inquisitive instead of automatically assuming that you know that I'm wrong and you're right. Second of all, I love research. I love information. If anybody out there could provide information that would change my theories, it has to be some sort of sources, and it has to be some sort of science base that has backing. If you just send me blanket stuff that you find on the internet, I can send you a bunch of blanket stuff I find on the internet as well, and it means nothing and it's just crap. So let's focus on what I was actually saying in that video to clarify, because there are some people that are very interested that want to learn, and for the people that don't understand, just keep in mind I was an All-American pitcher in college that threw a baseball over 92 miles an hour that never ever once hurt his elbow, and threw a baseball over 94 miles from the outfield. What I'm trying to say is when we get ready to throw, and here you want the long-winded answer, is we have muscles in our back that effectively connect our arm into our back. So when we get ready to throw, we're doing and creating something called a catapult. It's more of a catapult. We're trying to use our tricep and our back muscles to throw the ball, not our elbows and not our shoulders. So to do this, the appearance of what happens is it appears that my elbow is being thrown. So from a side view, when I get ready to throw the baseball, what I'm doing right here is I'm drawing my elbow up into my back. Okay, I'm not pinching my scap. I'm just drawing my elbow into my back. This activates a muscle called the teres major, which is now connecting. It also internally rotates the humerus bone. And if you don't know what the humerus bone, then you're not allowed to respond to anything. Just go look it up or start to figure out what I'm teaching and understand that it's biomechanical and not just some stuff that I'm making up. When we get into here, as we start to throw, the hand has to work over the elbow. So ideally, it looks like the elbow is getting thrown out. This will only work if you're connected. Yes, if you just sit here and you try to throw your elbow from a disconnected arm that's not into your back, then yes, I agree, arm injury will happen. And if anybody took that away from my message, I truly apologize, which is why we're making this much longer form video. So when we get inside here, what's going to happen to effectively throw is we need this motion to start to happen. So this arm, elbows working up, hand works up, and now we're over our hand to throw, which essentially, if you look from your view, looks like my elbow is leading the way, and then it snaps over, and then we do something called pronating as we release. Pronating is thumb down. Supinating is thumb up. If you pronate as you release, you actually save your UCL because you're going into pronators that are in your forearm. You see, I told you it's going to be boring, and I'm glad you're sticking it out with me right now. And those pronators are what's going to help effectively turn our arm to make sure that we are not getting into any kind of elbow pain or elbow injuries moving forward into the future. So the proper way to connect your arm is we have to realize that we're lifting our elbow. It's not a ball movement. Too many kids try to move the ball and they're slinging, and now guess what? You're in real store for injury because you're pulling against your bicep tendon in your shoulder, and you're putting a lot of stress into your ligaments, your rotator cuff, as well as your labrum. And we don't want to do that. A connected arm into the back will move with the body. It's designed this way. You're connecting essentially your skeleton in place, which takes away from the stress of the ligaments and the muscles. So to properly do this, we start to figure out how we can lift our elbow. We should feel it light up under our back. We should not feel any stress in our shoulder. When I do this and I hold my arm up, I'm not holding my arm up from my shoulder, which is why I can keep it here for a very long time. I'm holding it up from my back. And now when I go to move it, look what happens. When I go to move it, the appearance is the elbow comes out in front of the hand because I'm connected, and now I'm creating a whipping motion. So what happens is from my scapula to my humerus bone, there's a muscle that's going to connect those in place together, and that allows my elbow to my hand to have free range of whip to create whip as we start to throw the ball. Doing this will actually save your elbow, it'll save your shoulder, and it decreases your chances of injury significantly. I can't say you won't get injury because things can happen, but it's almost impossible to get injured if you're doing this properly and using and training and taking care of your body the right way. So when I say throw your elbow, all I'm talking about is you must first connect it into your back, and once it's connected into your back, the hands work over the elbows, and as I'm turning, it creates the appearance that my elbow is coming out, and then I snap my wrist over the ball to create backspin, and then I'm going to finish with my thumb down in my opposite pocket, creating the safest, possible movement for the arm. If anybody wants to dispute that, I am happy to dispute it and I am happy to debate it. But don't just show up in my comments throwing hate at me because you think you know better than me and you have no background of baseball. I appreciate and love you all. I do this because my goal is to help people. Baseball has given me so much that I want to give that back to every single person that watches these videos. And I truly love and appreciate that you do. And also, we do have our online training coming out where we go over all these things, how to properly connect, how to properly work your body, how to properly rotate so you are decreasing your chance of injury and increasing your chances of being successful on the field for a very long time. I hope this helped everybody out. Any questions, please let me know in the comments. Of course, like and subscribe. It helps the channel out. We love you guys. See you soon.